discussion and detail on the two workforce training centers. One is one stop, $6 million for that one. It's 50, the description says 50 offices, workstations for staff to determine eligibility for assessment, classrooms for adults, and 3 classrooms for adults, 2 classrooms for youth. And my question is, you went into the fact that these workforce investment funds that we get from the federal government are subject to cuts, they're subject to sequestration, and we're building this facility with 50 offices, and how are we going to staff that with, you have actually had a operations cost of $78,000 on there, and we got 50 offices. That confused me. However, you know, unless you're assuming we're going to get these workforce investment funds from the federal government indefinitely, and I believe that based on what you stated in there that we have some significant worries about cuts to that.
Is there a question?
Yeah. I want to know why you are putting 50 offices in this one facility and 7 in the others, and one of them even has a kitchen, and one's 4,000 feet, one's 18,000 feet, and that's 57 offices. How are we as a county going to be able to afford to fund this? And basically what you said is that it's very strong possibility that those funds will be cut.
Madam Chair and Supervisor Miller, we do not believe the programs will completely be reduced. In fact, we would probably see increases. They fluctuate over time. They depend on the national economy and what's occurring with it. We have historically always had a partnership with regard to workforce investment, and therefore we invite other jurisdictions to participate, including the educational institutions that form the backbone of the workforce investment structure, and so very often they are also in these facilities. I do not anticipate that we will have anything less than what has been programmed specifically by the Workforce Investment Board and those who typically operate and work in the one-stop today.
I guess the point I'm trying to make there is that, you know, we could end up having to fund this out of the county budgets, and based on what's going on at the federal level, I don't think, you know, things are going great there, that we may very well end up having to fund this.
Yeah, sure.
So it gets to, you know, why are we building 57 offices?
Yeah, sure. Supervisor Miller, we fund them today out of the general fund.
Right, we have 2. Yeah, we fund them out of the general fund, but this is just more and larger. And I guess the other thing I would like to see is some data on the success and training of the existing programs. If we could get that, that would be really interesting to see how many people we've placed in Pima County. I was at a bond advisory meeting in 2012, and a lady was there from the Workforce Investment Department and stated that she didn't need more training dollars, she needed jobs to send the people to. So that's something, you know, we don't have the job growth here that I think justifies the expense of this. In that same discussion on page 33, you talk about job path being co-located with One Stop or at the county-owned Aerospace and Defense Business and Research Park. Which one are you referring to there? Where does the county own a business?
Madam Chair and Supervisor Miller, the existing property of the county owns South Raytheon that is known as completed and planned as the Aerospace and Defense.
So the county is going to build this research park? That's the plan?
No. It says that this may be located on that site.
Okay, it's just, okay, gotcha. Is that the $6 million buffer zone that we purchased?
Madam Chair and Supervisor Miller, yes it is.
Okay, so I thought it was a buffer zone, not a place to do development.
Madam Chair, Supervisor Miller, it's a zone for compatible uses with Raytheon adjacent, what we call aerospace and defense contractors are compatible uses.